ready to go, and they're on the journey now with a short kick from Nandi, and up high and failing to recover is another on the 22-metre line. A bit of a bump there, the ball going back on the Suva side, picked up in there by Tamburua, out towards the grandstand side of the field, and a big high long kick for the put in, and this will be Kanatale to put it in for Suva. A vital position for Suva inside Nandi's territory. Through the ground again, away goes Suva. Suva breaking forward, might have been a forward pass, it looked like it to me, as it was allowed to go. The referee said play on as Suva continued the attack for Nandi. It was a well-constructed piece of play, and while that's the way it went, we'll just see Suva to put it into the scrum. In it comes, restart, and looking over his left shoulder, Temo. Puts a good ball, a high one it is, and again up high. This one was well taken. Lang turned it around, held it by Suva. They've got control again, and they go back towards the short side. Neatly done with Vicoso handling in at their level. Undone. It was lost on the sideline as Kanatale was trying to go through. The scrum there, and Suva screwing, and Suva losing it forward, advantage Nandi, and Nandi are going forward now towards the terrace side of the field. Big effort in there by Juavi, gives it across onto the right flank from Suva, there's no doubt about it. Tandra just had a little more pace than anybody else, and he cut the ball off coming in through the angle. Scrum gone down, and out. The crowd enjoying the outstanding forward tussle. Down they go, and in it comes, and a good piece of work back in there. Great effort in there by Salsal. He brings it up over the 22-metre line, leaves the ball behind, had no support whatsoever. And Suva to get rid of the ball. There are too many Nandi players marauding in the way as out it comes again. There's another effort. Across it is onto the open. Inside the 22 goes Suva. Good effort in there. He's taken it forward this time. Nawalu up over the 22 he goes, and inside the territory. Straight back it comes to Temo. Many of the tourists who are here, both men and women. There's a quick penalty taken by Suva, drives them up towards the 10-metre line, and still going on the ball from deep in the lineouts. Nandi have closed it down, so they've played the front of the line this time and gained ball. They've taken it up towards the 5, driving close to the goal line. Another drive in, good pick and drive there from Suva. Out it comes. There they go again. They went in numbers. Close to the 5 out from the goal line, and 10 in from the terrace side of the field. With it will be Kanatale to put it in for Suva. In it goes. It's held at the back. The Suva forwards drive. They've made ground. They have the option of going either way if and when they win the ball. In it comes from Luita. Suva screwing it around. It won't be an easy opportunity for the ball. Ball went to the ground, and they've got it again. Nandi have it this time. There's a great line of Nandi players across there. There's still 4 on 2. Infield it goes. Luita. Go forward for Nandi is halted. They get the ball back, and it comes out again to Ngonavo. A bad pass goes out eventually to Ratute. He has to go to... And Tambaka Nalalangi has been doing very well in the lineouts. He's been getting good ball when it's been available. And so he may well be missed. With ball in hand, he's caught and taken down. Out it comes again, Nandi again, out onto the open. A slow getaway there, and no way through there for Saval. He couldn't get away. 2-metre line just inside the 22. It will be a Suva put in by Nasila Sela. Replacing is across there with them this time, and there's play in between times, and he says the advantage is Suva's is going through there is inside Nandi's Suva's territory. 15 in from the grandstand side of the field. It's picked up off the back there by...
Wonderful crowd gathered here this afternoon. And it goes at the back is Nawalu, gives it out one delay. And in the line, but it's given out wide now by Sakio by Ngavindi. Wonderful tap pass there by one of the bigger Nandronga lock forward as we see 17 out from the broadcast touchline. Sakio Ngavindi to feed the ball into the scrimmage situation, controlling at the back. have a little Campesi goose, but it's Suva stolen the ball. Suva stolen the ball. It's given up to James Brown. James Brown, by the looks, he's going to be the big frame of Isireli Temo, who's going to score the first try for the Suva side. Wrong corner flag. Taken by Suva cleanly that time around. Suva forming their maul wonderfully there. Has the ball gone into the ground? What is the referee signal? By the looks, it's gone onto the floor. Once again, as we see the bigger Suva props, Manasa Solo, Bill Veikoso controlling play in the front. And at that time around, they give it back to James Brown. James Brown is taken in the tackle, and it's still Suva with the ball. Wonderful play that time by the Suva players, trying to marshal their way through the Nandronga defenders. They're doing very well, and they're a meter out from the Nandronga try line. Suva still with the ball, gives it out wide to the big frame of Joe Levula, another familiar name in the rugby fraternity. Suva still with the ball, trying to push the bigger Nandronga forwards back. They go once again as they wait for the crouch call, the engagement call by the referee, and it goes waiting for that at the back. It seems that the Suva to the line-out situation. Up it goes, taken wonderfully there by Suva. Suva has taken that from their own and trying desperately to maintain possession and push the Nandronga forwards, commonly known, exit the field of play. Sakio Sangavindi to feed the ball into the scrummage situation, 3 out from his own 22-meter line. Controlling that time is Ratu. And quickly looking at the results of the other semi-final that's been played at Ratu Thakomba Park in Nosori, it is Naitasi.
Yes, Sikobe, we can see a more improved or much improved Suva outfit here this afternoon. Could see that they are playing
while leading Nandronga by 8 points to 3. And the match happening at Ratu Thakomba Park, it is Naitasiri 8. As we wait for Aporosa Kenatali to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. In it goes, controlling at the back is Nawalu, calling for the release is Kenatali, gives it for the engagement call by the referee. Taking scrummage, this will be to Nandronga. And it goes quickly, controlling wonderful try that was scored by Penny Chamini Makutu in a similar fashion that was scored by Isireli Lendua. So it was Aporosa Kenatali to feed the ball into the scrummage situation. As we begin to see the grandstand shadow being cut, and Suva 8. Wonderful crowd gathered here this afternoon. In my estimation, would be around about 3,500. Waiting for it at the back. As we wait for the ball to be fed into the scrummage situation, controlling at the back is Nawal. As we wait for Bill Veikoso to throw that ball in, once again that throw was spoiled by
kinauduan na sinutok. Bitan na Polongori saking Avindi. Sulen.
Natonga has gone into the fullback's position. So we're trying desperately to control that maul and trying to push Nandronga forwards backwards. So we're still with the ball as we see one of the replacement players has now entered the field of play. So we're still with the ball. It looks like as we are receiving some unbelievable. In fact, he is going to replace Ratu Penchamini Makutu. Taken wonderfully there by Suva. Suva trying their best now to control their ball, waiting for the release is Aporosa Kenatali. Suva manages to gather to gain for themselves 6-7 meters. They pushing the non-runner forwards, backwards. What has the referee said?
Makes no forward progress. Down onto the ground it comes. Tapped back by Suva. Taken down in there by Vili Vicoso. Down on the ground and away from Matawalu. Inside his way back by the Tailevu side. And a big pass out there from Senaloli. Out into the centre field is gone. On the 10-metre line they go down. Put it in over the halfway line. Way down the back it goes, and fingertips to it by Tailevu. They've got it, they're driving, they're down onto the ground there now. Suva close to the way out to Vuoti, and out wide it goes. But they turn it back infield. Vuoti, it was a dummy he did, and back infield gives it into the big row forward, former Sevens player, and one whom I felt way back in when he was in the Sevens side, had one of the smartest passes straight off the ground. He is a player out. It went from Navarre that time. Navarre eventually it's relayed across to the far wing and across there. Vital drives it forward there. The ball, Navarre, who was a late replacement. Navarre came on for it was Sala Randindi and into
Ndone wasele buni dorobu ni suba rangita tonga na timi ni tele wena kamini kwa wa mimbi mai na timi ni matai balu dare ni toko ngande to talanga na ba ka to mai sananga duan naulia o iranga na dorobu rangita patawal ni timi ni matai balu rawase ruoti kon sini kwa ndo ngita na timi ni tele bu ka so rangita mai na timi ni suba.
Well, there's the scrum that's screwed right around, and so it will be a put in again, and it is Matawalu to put it in for Suva. In it goes and quickly comes back to him too. He decides to throw in. No, it's not. It's Rumbuka Wonga. It's a green throw, and in it goes way down the back, and a grand take by them too, deep, about number 7 on the line as they drive forward there, drive and continue to go forward. Suva very loose and allow the tighter railway forwards come through the middle of them, and no sign of it coming out. Eventually it does. Down onto the ground and taken, and there's a race for the ball, but Tailevu have got it in there with ball in hand is Kendrambuka. Kendrambuka went forward, held up there by Suva, brought to the scrum. Talking to them in the front row as it's Matawalu poises to put it in. Quickly it's done. Matawalu gets it away. He scrambled it away. No, Suva still containing possession. They've got it, and out comes Matawalu, gets it out wide. There's space across on this grandstand sideline, but the ball got Nolan Matua. He drives forward there, caught again as Matawalu gets it across, gives it off across to Vesey. Vesey takes those in infield. He gives it in again to Tamburua. Caught and taken down. They're still going forward. Suva taking it up towards the 5-metre line, but they are waiting for Senaloli to put it in after that vastly good legwork put in there by Vesey as he carried part of the opposition with him on his shoulders. He was able to keep the ball in play, and it's taken side, and he has his a full back line outside him, and Rui Vandra prepared right behind the scrum to go either side, and as the forwards keep it moving, shall we say, by the Suva side, they were able to push the team back. Down it goes, and out it comes towards Nengiza. And goes Suva. Back onto the attack they go. Infield there, Mulavoro playing it at half. Across it comes. Nice piece of work eventually to Tambu. A high tackle upon him, I notice, is allowed to go through. Forward it goes, and ball coming back to Suva. Inside the... no, he's not. No, must have been then from Nengiza. It's picked up in there by Tailevu. A silly kick over the top there, and the ball is not placed ahead of the players running onto it to have the momentum to benefit from. A penalty in the scrum, penalty favouring Suva. A quick one, and a show and a run down into the ground it was, and back out it comes. There is Matawalu being scragged down by the shoulders, down 10, and Rewa leading Varakola by 3-0. There the kickoff had been taken. Suva taking the play down towards, takes up the position in the second position as Masavesi is coming off. There it is into the scrum, and by Jove, most of the lineouts have been won by Tailevu. Suva have not really been terribly successful, even off their own throw, but there's a good one, beautifully done in there by Nolia, and the coat hanger tackle right around the neck, quickly taken by Matawalu. Quickly he sets it up, brings it across to the grandstand sideline, feeds it into Temo. Have come in for the Tailevu side. And one's taken from Seniloli, Druma, instead of Seniloli, who